Jupe Carter, New Jersey son Baby
Yeah,
Draco, Jonathan Leach, aka Baby
yeah,
Jupe,
but
will be ranking
sure.
his discography on this scale from trash to bad to okay to good to great to dope to masterpieces that he thinks he has in his discography. So like, you can start from the first one on
Alright.
this list, which is Roadrunner.
Mhm. First, Roadrunner.
Yeah,
I'll give it like I'll give it a dope.
a dope.
You know what
Why?
I'm saying? That's my first project, man. Like that was like the first time I ever like sat down and like was going to the studio all the time. That was the first project I made when I moved to Atlanta too. So you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? That was the first time I felt like a real professional artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everything kind of came together real nice on that. I was still a baby though, bro. I think I just turned like 23. I might have been 22 still, bro. Like I was mad young. And so like I was still writing songs, like and everything like that. You know, so it was a big learning process, but like I think that's really kind of like what got my feet wet as far as like just getting my name out there. That's the only project I have too with a beat that I, helped produce. Cause I've helped produce Banner Out. I made the little piano key thingy.
Hmm.
So yeah, but it's like my baby, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know I got way harder music out there now, but like, that's always gonna have like a soft spot to me, bro. Cause it's like that was the first time I ever even was doing this shit like in a professional way.
Baby Draco from 2021, the little EP
Mhm.
with 5 songs. Where would you put that one? Because I know there's some people who like even think that as your best project, which I kind of
Yeah,
find
dude.
ridiculous because it's 5 songs, but like it is pretty,
Yeah,
it is
bro.
pretty good.
All right. So at the time though, I think like when it came out, it was just like for everything else that was going on in music and like what I had going on, it was yeah. I get why people feel that way, but I give it like a good. I'd maybe even give it an okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
only because bro, like a lot of them songs, like all right, F1 for example, bro. Like I really like kind of made that shit on a whim. Like it wasn't like it was one of them days in the studio I was kind of just rapping just to rap, and I made that song mad fast. And like a lot of them songs I didn't really have like a connection to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was more like we just do. I think part of why we did that shit too, because we was changing it from big to baby too. So that's how the whole Baby Draco idea even like came about.
Hmm.
And then like the niggas I had on my team at the time were just like, shit, you finna change your name, you might as well make like a project behind it. So that's really what that was. And like it just ended up having some bangers on it, but like it wasn't too much that went into that shit, bro. It wasn't like any real life experiences other than me changing my name, like that. Like I was like trying to get off at that point. It was more just me like talking, regular songs. So like I don't know. I think it sounds great, but like I don't really go back and listen to it too much.
You feel
So
like
I'll
you
give it an
rushed it.
okay. I just feel like I didn't really like care, like I knew like the songs were good, but like it wasn't like I had any sort of like emotional connection to it. It was more like, hey, you changing your name, we gotta have some PR behind it. Let's drop this.
The next one is the 2022 album Phases.
Shit, I'll give it a dope.
Okay, okay, I like that. I think it's a dope, at least. I
I,
like that.
I'm only giving it. I'm only giving it that much because I know I'm gonna get cussed out if I put it lower. But Phases is cool, bro. It was like I can say like I was definitely like it was mad stuff I was going through that I was like talking about in there. That's why I named it Phases because it felt like I was like changing all the time and growing all the time. Like it was like, all right, you went through this. That was like phase one. Now you over here. It's phase two. Like shit just kept like evolving and changing around me, bro. Like so I just felt like I must be going through phases all the time, bro. Like you know, even the drug shit, it just like
Mm.
shit, whatever drugs niggas was on, like that was just a phase. Like that's really everything was a phase at that point, bro. And like I said, like that's the only album I made most of Baby Draco in the studio too, because they were made kind of like at the same time. But Phases was like we spent mad time mixing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just I don't know, and I was still like dealing with like labels and shit at the time too. So it was I feel like that project sounds more like mainstreamy. And I remember like I was doing an interview, and the guy was like you know, he had interviewed me before, so he's like kind of familiar with my shit. And he was like, the thing about Phase is that it sounds like every song was like almost like something like a hit, like, or you were trying to make it a hit. And I was like, yeah, kind of, I guess. But it was just more like, I don't even know. I was like with a label at the time, so it's like I was making shit that I guess like I thought people wanted to hear, as opposed to more shit that like I'd be listening to on my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the time when I made that, bro, that was like my favorite thing like I had made. But like once I like started growing more and making more music, it kind of just like, I know other people listen to it, but I don't really do too much listening to it. But that still hold like a soft spot in my heart.
So the next one is Welcome to Jupiter 1. How would you rank that one?
It depends, bro. I give it a good, just cause like I be knowing how certain people feel about that shit. But I also like, it'd be crazy how like real life be impacting the music, bro. Like I like certain songs on there, but like it wasn't too much shit that I was fond of going on when I was making that shit. So it's like, even like the creative process and like recording and shit, bro, like it wasn't really like, I didn't really have like a good engineer at the time and shit like that. This is the last project I made before I started recording myself. So like a lot of people like a lot of the songs on it, and it's like it's exclusively produced by Stam. So it's like niggas who found me off of the first Roadrunner be fucking with that shit heavy, because it's like a lot of the same production and like my older sound. But it's like now I feel like I be on some whole other shit now. So it's like, but niggas just gotta hear the new shit to understand why I feel the way I feel about all these older projects, honestly. So, you know what I'm saying?
So the next one is Days Before Crossroads, a 5-song EP. How do you feel about that one?
Stuck between good and okay. Only cause like I like a lot of them songs on there, but it was like I really threw that shit together on some like, you know, I wanted really like the album cover and shit. I kind of just wanted people to like understand what the fuck kind of album Crossroads was gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that's why I kind of like threw that shit out there, made it more like just give people like a little appetizer. It wasn't really like as deep as like some of the other shit, but like it's like if you know a little something, you can see like why the fuck I dropped that right before I put Crossroads out, because I put that shit out on SoundCloud like 4 days before I dropped the real one. But those were also like some of the songs that didn't make it. Those were some of those songs are like from the first Roadrunner too, which is also why I did it on some like nostalgic shit just for myself.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So okay or good?
yeah, I'll give it a good.
So next is Crossroads or Roadrunner 2. How do you feel about that one? That's like probably like your most famous. I think it's your most
I'll give
famous
it a
project.
masterpiece.
Yeah.
I give it a
Yeah,
masterpiece.
it's
Only
probably the
cause
best.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Cause that's one of the, aside from like the shit that I'm finna be dropping, that's the only shit where like start to finish, like I really was trying to like stick with a certain story and theme. So it was like I feel like that shit just mad cohesive. Like the album is nothing about, isn't about nothing else other than like what I said the title of the album was. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no songs in there that like for the bitches. There's no twerk anthems. There's no like street anthems. Like everything on that bitch is like real deal, like about being at a crossroads in life, or like just certain little weird shit that be happening when you be doing music and shit.
Next one is Welcome to Jupiter 2. Where would
Mm.
you rank that one?
I give it a good. Yeah, there's some bangers on that bitch, but you know what I'm saying. Like it wasn't. All them songs wasn't necessarily like. I wouldn't have voted like if I could have redone certain songs like the track list and shit. I would have probably added some different shit on there. That's just like in hindsight.
So do you
But
think the first one or the second one is better?
the first one, well, shit. I think the first one got like as a project overall is better. But I think like the mixing and like certain songs on the second one might be like harder just on some like technical shit. But I feel like as a body of work, like the first one is way like the first Crossroads is way better.
Okay. Next one is Jupiter Falls, an EP, a 4-song
Mm-hmm.
EP from last year.
I give it like a okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that's just the same sort of shit, bro. Anytime you see them EPs, like it's like there wasn't too much stock going behind it other than like the song was fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I don't be feeling like I need to have like an emotional attachment or like a whole story every time I drop. But like I prefer it that way. You know.
Next one is Crash Landing, an EP from this year, a 5-song one.
Mm. So I'll give that bitch a okay too, just cause like same sort of shit. It wasn't really like nothing really other than me just getting music out there. But like, you know, it's cool though. And then this last one, Club Jupiter, I'll give that bitch a dope.
Awesome. Why that one in dope?
I like the album cover a lot. And then two, like, I don't know. I think I kind of like got out my little comfort zone for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, ain't nobody ever heard me rap on no damn Jersey club beats, bro. And being from Jersey, I never liked that stuff, bro. Like, I would get pissed as hell when I'd be a kid listening to the radio and I hear a song I like, and then out of nowhere, the DJ start playing the fucking Jersey club version of that shit. That shit used to piss me off, bro. So, like, I definitely, like, wasn't fucking with it, bro. And then, like, I don't know. I think, like, I just gotten older and, like, I've broadened my music taste and everything like that. So like me doing this with me just like really trying to do something different. And I'm glad like people fuck with it that heavy because like, you know,
Yeah.
I listen to a couple songs off of there still, but like not too much just because it was more like me trying to just like try something different and see how much I liked it.